This is a true story of me when I was a young adult learning to groom my facial hair. Years ago, when I was in my mid to late teens, I made a purchase. I bought a neat, small pen-like contraption from a beauty care store that a family friend of mine owned and operated. The box said it was some kind of combination shaving device for ear and nose hairs. It also had note I said had a neat attachment that had a shave guard of which was noted for use on beards and eyebrows. Now to the messed up. About a week later, I had finally worked up the courage to operate said device. As a teen, I didn't have much of any major nose hairs and no visible ear hairs, and I was fairly clean shaven. So there was one option for which I was able to use this thing. I shut and locked the bathroom door and took the mechanism out of its box. I clicked the guard attachment to the device and noticed it had two switch settings. One went up and the other down. This is probably where I should have pulled the piece of included paper from the same box and read the text that was printed. I did not. I picked a setting. How bad could it be? With the flip of a switch the device buzzed to life. As I raised the angry wasp just above my eyeball, I started slow, passing over the eyebrow. I could see after a small pass that there was no difference to my layman's eyes. So I flipped the setting. This time, I didn't do a test run. In one swift motion, my arm went right to left. And boy, to say I was astounded by the result would be an understatement. I honestly didn't know what to think or say. It was gone, not trimmed, gone. At the moment the only thing that went through my mind was, holy FCAC, do I look stupid? And that logic is probably the key reason I made the next FCAC up. Raising my arm once more, I made that SHT symmetrical. Alright, buzz caterpillar number 2 had been eradicated. Looking at the mongoloid of a person that I had become in the mirror, I thought, sure, this sucks now, but it will grow back. I've shaved my facial hair, and it comes back in days. It did not grow back in days, nor weeks, even. It was made painfully clear to me that eyebrow hair, unlike most bodily hairs, grows at the pace of a snail pulling a brick through a puddle of molasses. It took 3 months. I repeat, 3 months. I hated life. My parents didn't even see what had happened until I pointed it out to them, to which they both burst into a fit of laughter and tears. My dad couldn't look at me for weeks without bursting into laughter. I went to the movies that same night. Tickets were booked, and I couldn't back out. When the doorman looked my way, his eyes turned the size of dinner plates. The concession stand employee took one look at my Mona Lisa-looking ass and spent legit 1 to 2 minutes with a puzzled look on his face as he gauged why exactly I induced the uncanny valley. And remember, this lasted for months, every interaction falling to one of the above 3 outcomes. I looked like a cancer patient where the doctors had messed up the radiation location and only blasted the one section of my forehead. I threw that damn cursed trimmer bit so far and fast that if it hit someone, the sheer speed alone would probably have shaved whatever made contact with it. Heed my warning. Always read the instructions and FCAC trimming your eyebrows.